Well, first of all, I don't have G14 classification to talk about guards because I'm...
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. And the news here, Timofey Mozgov won't play, the injury keeping him out.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, everyone who watched his last game cringed when he went down. Glad to hear that the injury is not season-ending.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said you can dominate a game in so many ways. That's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, D.A. Thank you. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others, they've kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have, because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Thompson. Davis is out there with Durant, and it's ABC, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Here's Shorty. Pass to Voron-Savic. Over Durant. Here's Red Hot, and Davis sends it back. And he recovers it. To the paint. A solo fast break. Here's Voron-Savic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And here is Shved after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
Come on now, this guy is more than just a great shooter. Klay Thompson, really good feel for the offense.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And there's the pass to Red Hot. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. So here's Westbrook. Outside Durant. 14 feet away. That's short off the rim.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Shved. Durant with some nice D.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And Shake and Bake picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Now here's Durant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game again.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
No one near James as he lets it go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Here's Westbrook. And that one drops for him. Westbrook's got 5.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Voron-Savic, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's James, and the dunk by James.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Well, they seem to be taking control. There's no doubt about that. Quality shots on every possession with great execution.
Now here's Shved. Pass to Red. It's tipped. Stolen by Westbrook. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity.
Russell Westbrook right now creating havoc with his defensive abilities. My goodness.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first.
What I love about Russell Westbrook is his single-minded pursuit of a championship. But boy, you better bring your game if you're a member of the media. He wants good questions in an orderly fashion.
Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Russell Westbrook, number 1. James Harden is 2nd.
And really 2 terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Pass to Shved. Here's Shorty. Shot clock at 5. From deep 3-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Great showing for him last season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. To the middle, here's Davis. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Shved. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Westbrook with the block.
Oh, my goodness. Russell Westbrook twice on the pipe sends that shot back. My goodness.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the 3-point shot can be. The extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics. And the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. Karsov passes to Shorty. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Passes it to Red Hot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And he can't hit the second. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
Cooligan, that's good. Curry with it. His last outing, he had 18 points. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
There's the pass to Fresh. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Leonard, feeds it to Davis. Now, here is Harden. He's covered closely. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one. Shorty, the pass to Smooth. Here's Cooligan. He's guarded by Davis. And he slams it one-handed.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Yeah, and an example of why you want to let the game come to you. The opening presented itself. He converted in a big way.
Now, here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive. Outside for Curry. From outside the arc, that's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
The Beast, he's checked in for Shorty. Well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. The Beast passes to Smooth. Here's Cooligan. Here's the Beast. Clock at 4. Lets it go with a 3. Second chance effort. Fresh, the pass to the Beast. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Harden scanning the floor. Here's George. Rebounded by Bowling Boy.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Fresh, the pass to Smooth. To the inside. With the fadeaway. No good off the back of the rim. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Outside Curry. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Bowling Boy.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Here's the Beast, covered by Irving. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
They get it again, and George with the stuff.
Well, Paul George putting the size and the length that he possesses to be an effective force on the glass. Nice.
Pass to the beast. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line.
I don't think any of us can forget that broken leg Paul George suffered playing for the United States national team in 2014. But what a joy, guys, to see him back and playing at an elite level.
And good that time.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Leonard finds George. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Tries to keep it alive. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. "12 seconds left to play in the first. The professor passes to Red Hot. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Irving with a clean look. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the visiting team with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Notching a 50, 40, 90% season is a rare feat indeed. And Steph Curry, one of the few who have done it, talked about that challenge.
The field goal percentage as a whole is the toughest one. You're going to have some open shots, you're going to have some tough shots, but having that level of consistency and accuracy over the course of 82 games is unbelievably hard.
And consistent excellence certainly is the key. Curry brings it night in and night out.
And as tough as it is to hit those marks, he just seems to make it look easy.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
I think one key is they've controlled the tempo so far. And I know it's early, but it helps to have this kind of lead.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
With that kind of precision, not much anyone can do to stop it.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. G is out there with the professor. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Bowling Boy in at the 4.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Irving finds Leonard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Fritzone. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Caruso, he's checked in for Red Hot. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Karasov. Got a piece of it, and no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. On Sunday, then on Monday. And 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Curry is inside. Dishes to Leonard. Irving kicks to George. 5 to shoot. with the jam.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. And the basket by Carsall.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Harden outside. He feeds it to George. Count that bucket. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Timeout, timeout.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Shake and Bake's checked in for the professor. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. James Harden is second, Anthony Davis third.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
Smooth passes to G. The dish to Carsall. Here's Ballin' Boy, and the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
Now, here's George. Count that one. George has got 10 points in the game. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Kicks to Carsall, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Well, there's superb shot selection right now with Paul George. He's aggressive, but he's still playing within the offense.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Voron Savic. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. He's got 9.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
Gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Shved, the pass to Shorty. He kicks to Shved. And the 3 ball is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Irving looking for an opening. Curry on the wing. The tray sinks the triple. Curry's got 9.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
Here's Shorty, guarded by Curry. Now Shved. Passes to Carsall. Here's Shorty, guarded by Harden. It's rebounded by Leonard. Has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Curry kicks to Leonard. Irving passes to George. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Irving for 3. Can't hit that one.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
From 20 feet out, Shved, no good.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Now, here's Thompson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
In the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Here's the teardrop. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Red Hot, he's checked in for Karsov. And 47% in the second quarter. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. A very nice season for him last year. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Westbrook finds Davis, stripped it away. Here's Shorty. He's got 6. Down low. Hooligan slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? There's the pass to Durant. He dishes it to Davis. 4 on the clock. Back to Durant. Kicks it out to James. Tries again. Back to Durant. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Boy, Kevin Durant near impossible to guard in the pick and roll. In that instance, the quick cut off the screen, so pretty.
And Portland just 35% so far. Here's the beast. No good from outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Davis with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Shorty. He's got 8.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Whatever he was trying to do, that's not his best look. He can get a better one.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. That just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking, Greg.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Anthony Davis.
Well, free throw shooting is a constant cause of concern for them, and today that concern has been front and center.
James right side. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking. And James throws it down.
Let's remember, Westbrook is capable of triple-doubles because of this kind of passing. My goodness, that's pretty.
James has gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Cooligan, that's good.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
The drive by James.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Trying to cut into this lead. Bad time for a miscue.
Well, Greg, that's a huge error. You can't afford to make these kinds of mistakes when you're already playing from behind.
And here's Westbrook. He's got 5. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And he can't get the first one. So he comes up empty at the line. Here's the beast. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is his second trip to the line in the game. He's off on the first. He doesn't get the second one. And so it's the visiting team. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 14 points and 4 rebounds. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
I don't say this a lot, Ernie, but I was impressed with Paul George at both ends. His length, athleticism allows him to guard a number of positions. He can score equally well in the half court, but out in the open court, woo-wee.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible, really good judgment on the offensive end.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Russell Westbrook. ABC is out there with Durant. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Cousins in at the center position. And he knocks down the first one. Doris, when it comes to filling in the rest of a roster, the pieces around your star players, what qualities you think these teams are looking for, or would you be looking for in a role player?
Well, I think one of the first things you have to think about, or what are the best attributes of my stars? So is my star a great driver creator? Then I need to put great shooters around him to enhance his driving and playmaking abilities. But the other part of a role player is you've got to be willing to do the dirty work, to sacrifice the headlines and dig in on the defensive end, to absorb the best matchup of the opponent every night. And that means sometimes you're going to get scored on 5-6 times in a row. That's how good the offensive players in the league are. So there are many qualities, but those are just a couple off the top of my head, Kev.
Nice shot by James.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Shved. Oransevich, the pass to Red Hot. Nice D from Cousins. To the paint. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Here's Shorty. He's got 8. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's Karasov, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
He's so very quick to convert off the miss, and usually with authority.
Here's Red Hot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Red Hot's got 6.
Well, I think the best part of his tremendous three-point ability as a big man is just how much it stretches the defense.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Shorty, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Throwing it down that emphatically energizes the whole team, and that can be a huge shift in momentum.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Out to Thompson. Jacks up a 3. Good on the triple. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you talk about confidence. When you're from distance, it's Klay Thompson. That's his world, and we're just living in it. Well, pretty amazing to have a collection of shooters like Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant all together on the same team. We're talking about 3 of the league's best shooters ever in the history of the league. People try to rank these guys against each other, guys.
And now let's take a look at the stats for DeMarcus Cousins. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 25 points per, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Well, if you go by Andre Iguodala, he once called Klay Thompson the best shooter on the planet.
Well, if there's a player that should know, Andre Iguodala would be there. He's had to defend the primary scorers across the NBA, and I'm sure he and Klay have gone at it in practice. And there's no doubt, guys, Klay is spectacular. He has many, many great years ahead of him, provided his health stays good.
Smooth checked in for the bodyguard. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now let's check in with David Alden to see how Anthony Davis is doing. David.
He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Well, and barring any of those setbacks, Greg, I wouldn't be surprised to see him back ahead of the schedule they've laid out for him.
Now here's Shved. He's got 8. Down low. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
The professor's checked in for Shorty. second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And that one, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside Curry. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Well, everyone in the NBA understands that Steph Curry is the master in pick and roll. He understands to take what the defense gives him.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Misses the three. Gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Pass to Red Hot. Here's Smooth. To the middle. Here's Karasov. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Pass to DeRozan. Outside for George. Five on the clock. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Now here's Shved, guarded by Curry. Shved, the pass to Karasov. No good on the three. 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. No problems knocking that one down. That's 7 points for Leonard.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Shved with it. 8 points for him. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Stephen Curry. The first one falls. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Here's the professor. Kicks it to Shved. And the lead is down inside single digits. Shved's got 14 points.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Second shot opportunity. That one falls.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Stolen by Harden. Passes it to DeRozan from deep. Curry's shot is off.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
The feed to George. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Bowling Boy. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
It's Harden with the drive.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Beast, he's checked in for shake and bake. Harden, no good on the free throw.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
First one falls for him. He hits both from the stripe. Doing it well here in the third, about 50%. Curry attacking. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass. DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
Stolen by Harden. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's the Beast, guarded by Curry. Here's Cooligan. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. And 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Harden left side. The pass to Leonard. That shot is off. Coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Pass to G. Here's the Beast. Guarded by Curry. Hits the three-point bomb. The Beast's got 5 points so far.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Curry kicks to Harden. Back to Curry. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. G passes to Mpalavsmikey. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 6 points for him.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Now, here is George. 14 points for him. Leonard finds George. Here's Karasov. It's hauled in by George. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
DeMar DeRozan says, I've got a little showman in me. My goodness gracious, sets the crowd on fire with that one.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Right, you can't walk it up the court right now. You've got to act fast and be aggressive.
Passes it to the Beast. Beyond the arc. Drains the three-pointer. The Beast's got 6 here in this quarter. So it's the visitors now. At one point, they led by 16. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. There's the pass to Mpalavsmikey. With 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The away team, they're up by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Shorty. Bodyguard is out there with G. Then there's Red Hot. Then it's Shorty, and it's Fresh in at the 2.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Yeah, the dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
Fresh, the pass to Shorty. Here's Voron-Savic. Here's Red Hot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And he makes the first. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Curry. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And the rejection by Cousins. And they're pushing it up the floor. To the paint. Here's Red Hot, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
On defense, the visitors. 8-point game. Red Hot. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Red Hot's got 7 points for the quarter. Westbrook surveying the D. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Shorty. Pass to Red Hot. With some arc. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Comes up empty down low. Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Shorty, the pass to Voron-Savic. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Now Westbrook. He kicks it to Cousins. Dishes it to Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's Durant. The offensive rebound. From deep three-point range, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Durant. 11 points for Klay Thompson, and 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Passes it to Red Hot. Here's Shorty. He's guarded by Cousins. Here's Shorty. The shot misses. Westbrook with the nice D there.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Here's Cooligan. Here's Shorty. Looking to get back on track here. And James pulls it down. James has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Thompson kicks to James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. on Monday and then on Friday. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And here is Schved. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nailed from three-point land.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Now here's Westbrook. Thompson outside. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Drummond's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. There's the double team with Westbrook. The pass to Shorty. Takes the 13-footer. That one wide left. Gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. They get it back. Kicks it out to James. Another shot, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
And maybe he's starting to find his form at the line. He certainly had his share of chances.
Second free throw, no good. In the fourth quarter, it's looked shabby, 38%. Here's Voron Savic on the money from 12 feet away. The bodyguard's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Here's Durant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor. He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by James.
You get the sense that Russell Westbrook relishes contact. He is so physically strong.
Pass to Smooth. Here's Red Hot, defended by George. Here's Shorty. The shot that time, not on target. Excellent D there from George. Pass to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
From the field, 44%, not bad. Shorty, the pass to Red Hot. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh my, he really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
Puts one up from 19.
Well, the reach of Kevin Durant is a big part of what allows him to be a defender at the highest level.
James dishes to Durant. Off target from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the triple. And that's 13 points for the bodyguard.
You know, he clearly made adjustments at halftime. Smooth offense right now.
Outside Irving. Feeds to James. Passes it to Smooth. And that's going to be a travel. James Harden. He's checked in for Russell Westbrook. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Harden outside, and the call will be against Red Hot. That's his third foul of the game. Harden outside. James finds George. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
We call that masterful use of the pump fake. Paul George effective getting guys to jump on it.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Shorty.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
As the ringleader of their offense, he has been on his game tonight, spreading the ball around, keeping everyone involved, making sure the offense never gets bogged down. He's just giving them just what they needed at that point guard position.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go. That's their philosophy.
Here's Shorty. James Harden picking up that last basket.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
Well, he just works so diligently inside, and the numbers back that up.
Basket good. And in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Down low. And George kicks to Harden. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. Shorty, the pass to Red Hot. Unable to get that one. George with the defensive effort. Here's Shved. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor. Now, here is Irving. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game is over.
And the pass.
I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And that one's good. Shved.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. And it's George missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and...
David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, this was a win where you guys looked like you were confident and understood that you really can win every...
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, coming in the game, and we definitely believe that. And we got to go out there and fight every game, you know, hustle, our energy out.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.